What's up, you guys? Slim here at Team Symmetry, here to bring you the first episode of Why Did This Win the YCS? This is a new segment that I'm trying out. This will be the first episode. This is where I'm going to talk about the deck that took first place at the most current YCS, and this one is going to be of Angel Flores' Gemini Hero Stun, whatever you want to call it, that he won first place at YCS Guatemala. Now, the way I want to do is I want to get into the deck, talk about some tech choices, and talk about why I believe he took first place. First off, congratulations to him. This is his third win and third championship. He's done it all with a version of Gemini Hero Stun, so clearly he knows what he's doing. He's probably one of the best players when it comes to this type of deck. Now we're going to get into the main board real quick. If you look at it, it's very simple to see that he really added a couple things that I think really improved his chances. We'll start off with the 2 card D. A lot of people don't like this card. They don't like this card because they feel if it gets Veilered or whatever, it's useless, and you can only use it the turn it's summoned. He probably would set all his back rows. You can see he uses a lot of back row, and he would then just card D, and then he would have advantage. So that's what did this. This added speed to his deck since he lost a duality. Obviously, the Stratos and the 3 Alias, those are self-explanatory. He decided to main 2 Fossil Dyna. This was an amazing choice because Fossil Dyna wrecks windups. If windups go first and go turn 1 Shockmaster, which normally they do if they open Magician Shark, you set the Dyna, you set some back row since you have plenty of it, and then if they happen to attack into it and call traps or whatever, you just kill all their monsters. So this card is amazing. This card locks out Gores, locks out a lot of plays. This card's great. He decided to do double Max C. That's self-explanatory against windups. You need to be able to draw into your outs. You need to be able to slow down their new OTK. So Max C was definitely a must. 2 Thunder King is really great this format because Thunder King locks down a lot of decks, especially heroes and decks like Guatemala, decks that search a lot. So this card put in work, plus it's an out to XYZ and special summons. So this card was great. Gores, he ran Gores even with all the back row because he can max C and card D into it, and this could totally shock his opponent. I remember watching his profile that was it had English subtitles. He said he won, I believe, the tournament because of Gores, so Gores was a must. Grand Mole because it's able to get out of a lot of tough situations and is able to run over XYZs and just do away with them. So I feel Grandma was another excellent choice. He is running the 1 Crusader of Endymion. Anyone who watched his profile noticed that he said he would not run this card again. He only ran it probably as the 4th Gemini Spark target and for the fact that it's a light and you could use Honest with it. But I remember him saying he would not run Crusader again. But Honest is such a powerful card. It gets over the most impossible monsters and it can be a game ender. So that's his monster lineup. His spells are very basic. The triple Gemini Spark to combo with the 3 Alias and the Crusader. He ran only 2 Miracles. I believe he did that because he didn't want to dead draw the 3rd. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it's just it's really bad. Also, if you draw them early game with no heroes, it's bad. The 2 Duality because you can only run 2. If there were 3, of course he'd run 3. But the card D, I guess, is the new form of Duality. He did 2 MSTs because back row can be a problem. And then the staple, Reborn, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm. If you notice, he's not running Reinforcement of the Army. Instead, he's running just 1 E-Call. He said with only 4 targets, there's no reason to run double. I can understand that. I didn't fully agree with it at first, but after testing the deck, I saw what he meant. Onto his traps, he runs it like every trap possible. 2 Bottomless, which are really good just against a lot of cards. 2 Deep Prison, really good. 2 Mirror Force. I'm not a big fan of Mirror Force, but I can see why you just need to protect your monsters. I think the whole theory behind this deck is protecting Fossil Dyna because it's like your game ender. 2 Torrentials, self-explanatory. The 2 Warnings. If you notice, there's no Judgment. Instead, he decided to do 2 Starlight Roads. Now, people asked him why 2 Starlight Roads. He said that if I opened with massive back row and a Starlight Road and summoned card D and drew into what I needed, if they Heavy Storm and I get a Stardust out, I pretty much win the game because their Heavy Storm is gone. Also, no wind-up XYZ that they make, unless they're going rank 5s or making Maystroke or something, can really get over Stardust. So I felt that this was just a really good call. He didn't want to pay the points for Judgment, and said that also Dark Hole, Double Mirror Force, Torrential, all these cards that he's running people are going to use against him, and he could take a massive hit. And Stardust Dragon coming out of Starlight Road is what won it for him. And the last card is 1 Hero Blast. He said again he would take out the Hero Blast. He said the 2 changes, he would take out a Crusader and take out a Hero Blast because he felt they were kind of inconsistent. But that's his deck. It's 42 cards. People might think 42 is too many, but not when you're running card Ds, dualities, and stuff that helps you draw. So that's the main deck. Onto the side deck real quick. Like MCole40 said, he went further into stun with 2 Banishers. This really screws up Dark World and decks that rely on the grave. It's a really good card. 2 Cyber Dragons for the Guatemala Machina matches, and just good against heroes in general because it can bait out Warnings, bait out Bottomless. It's just a really good summon. 2 Gemini Imps for further Dark World hate. 1 Max C, the 3rd Max C for windups and decks I like to special summon a lot. 1 Effect Veiler, I feel, because it was a light target and also because of windups again and other decks that rely on effects, Geargias. 2 Super Poly, that card's amazing against pretty much any matchup since all the heroes are live. System down once again for Geargias, another really good out to Geargias. The third MST for back row, decided to side the Solemn Judgment because he felt that he didn't want to pay the points and he felt that 2 Starlight was enough, and I think he had a really good call. And then just 2 Threatening Roars because he said against windups, you flip this, they can't OTK, and you have one more turn to survive. So really good deck overall, and then just the extras pretty self-explanatory. The Chimera text for the Cybers, Dragon Knight, Draco Equesti. Since he does run Starlight Road, he can use this with Super Poly, so this card's really good. The 2 Shinings, the Zero, the Gaia, the Tornado, the Nova Master. Apparently, Escuriato was not legal, so he did not include it in the extra deck, but I'm sure it would have been here. The 2 Stardust to match the Starlight Road, the Blade Armor Ninja, the Excalibur, which lead to OTKs, Utopia as another warrior and another light target for Miracle, Photon because Pappy is amazing, Photon Butterfly Assassin, and then 1 Roach, I guess, just in case he ran into dragons or big monsters. So yeah, so that's the deck, you guys. I feel that this deck did really well and won him the whole event to the fact that he was maining cards like Fossil Dyna and Granmole and Gores. I feel that those cards single-handedly won him the game, along with the 2 Starlight Roads, which really would throw the opponent off because you would expect one but not expect another. His deck moves extremely fast because of the max season Ds, and it's just an overall really well built deck. I feel it's very consistent, and it does its job: summon big monsters, lock your opponent's plays out, and just attack for game. So it's really great. The side deck is really good. It's further into stun and just has enough stuff to stop every deck. OTKs, stop to T-Roar. He has his outs to Geargias and 2 Cybers and System Down and just Imps and Banishers for the Dark World matchup, and just overall just a really well-balanced deck, and I feel that's why he won the YCS. He knew going in that windups were going to be a problem, so he had the best monsters in the main deck to stop them, which came in the form of Fossil Dynas, Max C's, T-Roar, Thunder Kings, and just a lot of cards that can really just destroy windups, and I felt that there's an overall amazing deck. So yeah, so that's pretty much the whole point of this segment, is that I will be profiling the decks that won. I know a lot of channels do it, but some channels just profile the deck. They don't explain why they feel the deck won, but these are my reasonings. I feel that a lot of his tech choices were the key reason he won, and also due to his experience with heroes and due to the fact that his side deck was well engineered to stop pretty much every deck in the meta. So let me know what you guys think. If you guys want me to continue this segment, you know, thumbs up the video. 150 plus likes to 200 likes, we'll definitely continue the segment with the next YCS that's coming up, which will be YCS Indianapolis, and I will be looking to see what wins that event and hopefully be able to continue the segment. So if you like the segment, thumbs it up. Let me know what you guys think. Do you like the segment? And there goes, of course, my subscribers wanting to talk to me. So I just hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully I will continue this segment. That's all I got to say, you guys. Thank you for watching.